Southwest flight fiasco. Let's bring in our transportation reporter, Sam Sweeney, who's been on this from the beginning. So, Sam, I know you've got some news for us. I keep thinking there's something wrong in the materials I get, that there are thousands of flights canceled again today, but that's happening. What's the deal?
2,300 flights canceled so far today, Terry, but the good news is we've just learned in the last few minutes Southwest says it plans to operate its full schedule with a few hiccups possibly tomorrow. Right now, 39 flights canceled. That is the first time in more than 7 days that we've seen that few flights canceled for an entire day. So that is the good news for travelers, but still so many people stranded and trying to get to their destinations.
Okay, so where are the airports that are most affected now, or are they scattered out? You've talked about the point-to-point system that Southwest uses. Where are people stuck?
Look, Chicago Midway is one of the big impacts. Baltimore, BWI, and Denver. Those are big Southwest hubs. St. Louis as well. A lot of baggage still stranded. They are moving ferry flights. Those are empty flights, just the pilots on board with luggage to get it to its destination. In some cases, they're even shipping the luggage. But we are told by the airline that the bags have been secured, but still a lot of frustrated passengers. We heard from Alex earlier today saying that Chicago Midway, much different than it was yesterday. The ticket counters are reopened. And now for the first time today, you are able to purchase flights at southwest.com for upcoming flights. They've made them available. You remember for the last several days, they blocked out flights on the app and on the website so people couldn't buy them because they couldn't ensure that you'd actually get a flight if you purchased it.
Might want to offer a discount, but that's just me. No, because their reputation has taken a hit, right? Southwest now promising to reimburse customers who are out cash for all kinds of reasons you can imagine during delays like this. But with so many of those cancellations, is there any kind of ballpark figure about what this is going to cost the company?
Well, I'll give you an idea. Southwest had a meltdown, nothing like this, but it happened back in October of 2021. They canceled roughly 2,000 flights. They've canceled 15,000 flights this time. And in October of 2021, the airline said it cost them $75 million. So you can imagine this is going to be far higher in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And this time around, they said they are ready to write checks for anyone that had any unexpected expenses, and they are willing to reimburse them. So this is going to be a major, major financial hit for the airline.
They almost have to, right? I mean, in a way, they're buying their reputation back, or they're trying to shore up their reputation for trustworthiness and reliability, which is kind of crucial for an airline. The federal government is investigating, but what is the government looking into here, and how can Southwest be held accountable by the federal government?
Well, Southwest really stepped forward and they said, we're going to pay, we're going to reimburse you. But now the federal government's going to look in and make sure they actually follow through with their promise and hopefully make sure they do it in a timely manner. Now, airlines aren't required to compensate passengers for weather cancellations. They're not required to give hotels or meal vouchers or rental cars. But this is a much different situation because the other airlines were able to get back on track much faster after the storm than Southwest. They can't really say that these are weather-related. Yes, it started with weather, but it really ended with Southwest's inability to run a reliable airline and to keep up with IT infrastructure issues that they have received complaints about for years from their frontline crews. So they have to pay passengers back. And now some in Congress are calling for an additional cash compensation. Remember, some people were booked on cruises that they weren't able to get. They shelled out thousands of dollars. The big question is, how much will Southwest reimburse? We're going to have a media availability, a press conference with the Southwest leadership team at 3 o'clock Eastern today, and we're going to hope to get some of those answers for you.
Great. I know you're going to be on that. And finally, you know, one doesn't wish ill on any corporate official necessarily, but look, the buck stops in the big office, and this fiasco could lead, I suppose, to leadership changes at Southwest as the pressure builds on the company and its CEO. Do you think so? Now, he's expected to speak again later this afternoon, but what's the talk about him?
Look, Bob Jordan has been in this position, the CEO position, for less than a year. Southwest has been dealing with these problems for far longer, so he really inherited this problem, and it's not something you can change overnight. He says he's doing the best that he can, but look, they are going to have to do some real soul searching here and come up with a solution to ensure this doesn't happen again. You're talking about trust and reliability and what passengers and their many loyal customers to Southwest believe. They have to prove to them that this will not happen again, and that if you book a ticket on Southwest, that they will get you to your destination on time. It is going to be a major challenge moving forward, but they need to move into the 21st century. They had crews trying to actually call people. They couldn't use an app. They couldn't use a website to tell the airline where they were. They were trying to call the airline, thousands of them, all at the same time, and that's what contributed to this meltdown. So they're going to have to fix that. And as you said, the buck stops with Bob Jordan.
And all those factors really casting a shadow of doubt over an airline, which is the last thing they want. Sam Sweeney, I understand this situation so much better because of your reporting. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.